So the left wing is humiliated. They're incapable themselves of being humiliated, but the people who are not left wing, they know. Because the left wing went out and convicted Trump in his campaign all day long. Everybody knows that. Now they're humiliated. The FBI has lost all credibility with me. And I wrote Killing the Mob, and the FBI dismantled organized crime in the 1950s and early 60s. They knocked out the Ku Klux Klan. They kept a lid on Hitler's spies and Japan saboteurs. They did a great job containing Russia in the Cold War. The FBI had a really stellar resume and is the most powerful law enforcement agency in the world, not just the United States. And now it's gone. The image is gone. You have to reorganize the whole thing because Americans believe it's corrupt, and it is. It flat out is. So that's the big thing with the Durham report. Durham said, quote, the FBI moved forward with the investigation despite a lack of information from the intelligence community that corroborated a hypothesis upon which the Crossfire Hurricane investigation was predicated. And that, I'm going to use that quote that you just saw. That was a mistake. But the quote I just read you, okay, basically says the FBI conducted a fraudulent investigation. Now, this is the key quote in the Durham report. Put it on up. As the record reflects, as of early 2017, the FBI still did not possess any intelligence showing that anyone associated with the Trump campaign was in contact with Russian intelligence officers during the campaign. Indeed, based on declassified documents from early 2017, the FBI's own records show that reports published by the New York Times in February and March 17 concerning what four unnamed current and former U.S. intelligence officials claimed about the Trump campaign personnel being in touch with the Russians was untrue. So not only did the FBI know it was untrue, they knew that the New York Times was reporting was bunk as well. And I'll get to the New York Times in a moment. So the whole thing was, again, a fraud, all right, that the FBI actively participated in to undermine Donald Trump's campaign in 2016. I mean, shocking. It's just absolutely shocking. And it's disturbing to the nth degree. Now, there's no two sides to the story yet. The far left manufacturers want. So Adam Schiff, the congressman from California, convicted Trump and the Trump campaign of 1 million felonies. You remember him. This is what he said last night. Go.
This conclusion, which adds very little to the Inspector General's report we had 2 years ago, never proves the deep state conspiracy that was alleged all along. So we have 4 years of wasted effort. And worse than that, we have 4 years, I think, of undermining the department in a political prosecution.
Is there a more intellectually dishonest public servant in this country than Adam Schiff? I don't think so. I would take George Santos over Schiff. That's how bad Schiff is. And he knows he can say anything on MSNBC. I mean, it's just a cartoon over there. But his constituents in California they don't care. Care what he says. All right, let's get to the New York Times and the Washington Post. They won Pulitzer Prizes for their reportage on the Russian collusion case, which reportage the FBI says is fabricated. They made it up. Now, they made it up using anonymous sources. When I say made it up, the New York Times and Washington Post printed what they were told by people they didn't identify. And they, when you do that, the person telling you something could have every motive in the world. You don't know. You can't confirm it. They just printed it. They got a Pulitzer Prize in 2018. Here's what the Pulitzer Company said about giving them the award. Quote, for deeply sourced, relentlessly reported coverage in the public interest that dramatically furthered the nation's understanding of Russian interference in the 2016 election and its connections to the Trump campaign, the president-elect's transition team, and his eventual administration, unquote. And it was all fake. and there's a Pulitzer Prize company. All right? So you're going, what the deuce is going on here, right? So the Pulitzer people are based at Columbia University in New York City. Used to be a very prestigious award, began in 1917. But now the Pulitzer Company has no credibility, just like the FBI. None. So in 2022, last year, Pulitzer knew it was in trouble and they investigated. And here's the conclusion of that investigation. Quote, no passages or headlines, contentions, or assertions in any of the winning submissions were discredited by facts that emerged subsequent to the conferral of the prizes. The 2018 Pulitzer Prizes and National Reporting stand. That's a lie. That's a lie. There are no facts. As Durham and Robert Mueller, the other special counsel, no facts. It was all bull. And it was engineered by the Hillary Clinton campaign. They provided the bull. The New York Times printed the bull. The FBI knew it was bull and went ahead with more investigating anyway. I mean, really, I've been in this business a long time, and you know that. I've never seen anything like this. So some journalists contacted the New York Times today and said, you're going to give the Pulitzer back? No. And the Washington Post wouldn't even take the call. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.